300 videos and going strong. Don't you agree, Jeremy?
Nope.
What a a-hole. Hey guys, it's the Black Critic Guy, joined by my good friend Jeremy, here on my 300 video, and we just got back from seeing
Guardians of the Galaxy.
And I gotta tell you guys, I had a blast watching this movie. It was a lot of fun. You guys are so right about it being a really, really awesome movie. Wouldn't you agree?
Totally, 100%.
So I'm gonna let my good friend Jeremy over here, who's actually a huge fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He reads their comics and everything. Isn't that right, Jeremy?
That's totally right.
I even waited so I can go see it with him after coming back from Tennessee. So now, Jeremy, give us the premise of the movie.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy is about this boy, Peter Quill, who's abducted as a young child, and now he roams the galaxy as an adult, stealing things and just making a living. And
like these ancient artifacts.
Yeah,
basically.
these ancient artifacts. And he finds one of them on a mission. Just for him, it was just a normal mission, and he finds one. Through a series of events, he finds some friends, and they team up together to defeat Ronan the Accuser and take this artifact and keep it safe instead of letting it roam the galaxy and destroying things.
That was the worst premise.
Yeah, ever.
Don't you guys agree? I mean, kill this guy. But all joking aside, Jeremy, the premise alone of the film got me really interested. And I'll be honest, I didn't know much about Guardians of the Galaxy when they first announced that this movie was coming out. Like, almost the entire population of the United States, because they were relatively unknown, right?
Right, and I went crazy when I heard about it.
Big fan. He's just like, Tony, the one movie we gotta see together, Guardians, write that on your calendar. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. So, at this point now we talk about the things that we really, really enjoyed about the movie. What are some of the things you really enjoyed, Jeremy?
I enjoyed the fact that it could be such a funny movie while being such a serious movie at the same time.
Oh my god,
that's what I really liked about it.
That opening scene with when we first get introduced to Peter Quill. Oh my god,
yeah, that
guys.
was so cool and funny at the same time.
Like, seriously, Peter Quill is probably gonna be one of my favorite Marvel characters soon. I mean, that guy was hilarious. He stilled every scene that he was in, and my god, Chris Pratt is on a roll. I mean, he just came off of the Lego movie, which was a huge success, and I really loved it. And now here he is as Peter Quill, and I love him. He's awesome.
He did a really good job.
And you're right. The whole combination of the humor and the dramatic moments was handled very well. The writing, very solid by James Gunn and Nicole somebody else. And his direction, like, I felt like he got the essence of like these vast worlds and space battle and space travel. Like, what did you think?
Oh, I thought it was perfect. It was very well done. It all came together very, very well.
Now, I did mention the vast scope of this movie. In my personal opinion, this is without a doubt Marvel's most visually stunning movies they've ever made. I mean, just the way that space looked, I mean, the galaxies, the nebulas, the space battles, they were really aesthetically pleasing, and they looked awesome. What did you think about those?
Oh, I completely agree. From the very beginning, from the very first planet you're on, every little movement, every little tiny,
like those little details.
Thing was just really, really nice, especially if you see this movie in IMAX 3D. That is really nice too. I've seen this movie twice.
Yes. So he was like, Tony, we gotta see it again. I'm like, sure thing, let's go.
It was really, really good. It's every tiny detail is just very...
I just loved how there were like different races, different people. It's very, very vast. World building at its finest. And they laid the foundation down so that when they do make another movie, we can actually see these different worlds now. And I'm just really excited, I didn't really get to see that a lot in the new Star Trek films. I mean, sometimes now and again. And then Thor, they kind of addressed it, but not as much.
Not very well.
This was the first movie.
Did a very good job at creating movies.
Exactly. This was one of the first movies where you actually see kind of like this whole synergy where you see the different races kind of mingle and stuff. And we do go to different places now and again. So we already mentioned Chris Pratt and how much we loved him in this film. But what about the other actors? What did you think about the acting in the movie?
I was surprised at how good most of the acting was, and I would say Dave Bautista is who really surprised me.
Yeah, I thought he was going to suck.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was just going to be like,
I'm acting. Fight. I was so surprised because you didn't get to see the man with the iron fist. I saw it, and the acting in that movie, guys, if you've seen it, you know it wasn't good. The only reason Dave Bautista got that role was because he was big. And at first, I thought he only got this role because he was big. And, you know, Drax the Destroyer has to be a big dude, buff dude. But he actually pulled it off. I was very surprised. And he had a lot of funny lines. Bradley Cooper, very good as Rocket. In fact, I didn't even know it was him until...
so good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we gotta talk about the scene stiller, guys. Vin Diesel. I mean, he was so eloquent.
I am Groot.
He was just so elegant. I mean, all the words that he said, all three of them were just... Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oscar-winning performance, though, don't you think?
Definitely.
Best actor right there.
100%.
There was actually one more performance that really stood out to me. Do you know who it is?
I think it would probably be Michael Rooker.
You're absolutely right. That guy, I liked his character. I wish he was in the movie more, but I felt like they utilized him to his full potential. And man, when you see his weapon, that thing is badass, man. I mean... Ooh, that was awesome. But now let's talk about the big baddie of the movie. Let's talk about Ronan the Accuser.
Ronan.
Played by Lee Pace, who was actually in the Hobbit movies, but we'll just ignore that for now. But what did you think of the villain? Do you feel like he was menacing?
Oh, I thought he was awesome. I thought he did a really good job from the very beginning when he was introduced. I felt I could feel like the evil off of him, and I could just feel like the power that he had.
You were just like, oh man, you smell evil, man.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It was just really good, and how they introduced him was very well.
I thought it was really good too. Although for some of the scenes, he kind of reminded me of like the Dark Elves from Thor: The Dark World. But as it continued, that guy was pretty menacing. And then his right-hand man or right-hand woman, I would say Nebula, she was pretty cool as well. I liked her a lot.
Yeah, she was pretty awesome.
So we both can agree that we like the characters a lot. Did you feel a strong bond and chemistry with the entire team as a whole? Like the Guardians of the Galaxy, did you feel like they were a team?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like the transitions they had from them not being a team to becoming a team was so good.
It was handled very well. Although a bit cliche, because we've seen the whole like, oh, they don't get along and they're just bickering fine, but at the end they're all gonna come together, kind of Avengers-like. So I did like how the team came together. I felt strong camaraderie, and each one of them served a purpose to the team. Nobody was useless. Everybody kicked ass.
Everybody.
And lastly, we got the action in the movie. I personally enjoyed every action scene. From the prison scene to the final confrontation at the end, it was glorious to watch. What did you think?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well done, and that's another thing that this movie handled very well is it's a very fast-paced movie, but they did it so good and they interlaced all the action scenes so well that it worked.
Do you have a favorite action scene?
Without
spoiling anything, no spoilers, we promise.
I would have to say my favorite action scene is the prison scene.
That was pretty badass. Mine is honestly the final confrontation at the end. Just awesome air battles. Like, I really loved how they shot this scene. I mean, you see how the action unfolded. It was epic. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it. So we talked about the things that we liked about the film. Were there any elements to the film that you weren't a big fan of or you just didn't like?
Well, number one, I wasn't a big fan of the Nova Corps, the person that was in charge of the Nova Corps, Glenn Close.
You know what? None of the Nova Corps people.
No, they weren't very...
I mean, you have John C. Reilly! Come on, use him! I felt like he could have been utilized a little more.
And I feel like the Nova Corps is, they're sort of important to, like, the universe.
Especially in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly, yes.
So you would have thought they'd be utilized a little bit more. But it is the first film, so... we might see them a little more later on. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, 2017. You gonna be there?
Heck yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Was there anything else that really stood out to you that you just didn't like?
Well, there's only one other thing that stood out to me.
What could that be?
And it's the part where Peter Quill goes into space. I'm not gonna tell you why, but he goes into space and he has no pressure suit on, and the one piece of equipment that was keeping him alive, he takes off. And he literally survives in space for at least half of a minute, if not more. And that really, I don't know, I'm scientifically.
Yeah, we all know what happens when we go into space.
Exactly.
You don't just stand there looking all cool like you blood popping. Yeah, he was a bit too okay, don't you think?
Yes.
It's the only scene in the entire movie I can agree with where you gotta really suspend disbelief. I mean, seriously, he should have been like gone.
Exactly.
Gone. The only other problem that I have with this film, honestly, Jeremy, is I wish we could have saw more worlds. I mean, yeah, this is the setup movie, and we do get to see the different races, the different species interact, but I would have just loved to see more vast worlds and, you know, other characters. And you know what? Speaking of characters, once again, Benicio del Toro is in 2 scenes in this entire movie. 2. That's it. I mean, this guy was the freaking end credit guy in Thor: The Dark World. You thought he was gonna play a big part in this movie, and he's just like a little cameo right there, you know, just like, I'm here, and I wanted him to do more. Although, there's a scene with him that I thought was hilarious, and I did not see coming at all. Like, seriously. That surprised me. But overall, although we did have some small problems here and there with the film, I can safely say that Jeremy and I thoroughly enjoyed watching Guardians of the Galaxy. I would almost say it's one of the best films of the summer. I mean, it's just a whole lot of fun.
100% totally agree.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait for the sequel. Want to see them explore the galaxy, go on misadventures. It'd be awesome. Maybe even have a crossover with Thor.
That would be cool. Any crossover though,
dude,
will be awesome.
I mean, come on, they gotta cross over. They both live in space. Well, I mean, we live in space too, but still, somebody cross over with somebody. Now, I have a 5-star rating scale here on my channel, Jeremy. So out of 5 stars, what would you give good old Guardians of the Galaxy?
I would give it a 4.9 out of 5, because it was freaking awesome.
Oh, you were just so close to giving it a 5, though.
This close.
I guess because of those small problems, right?
Yeah.
I understand, because I'm going to give this film a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I believe that it's one hell of a film. Really enjoy it, and you guys should go check it out. But anyway, what did you guys think about this film?
Did you like it? Did you hate it? And who's your favorite galactic superhero or team?
Comment below and let us know. And I want to thank Jeremy for joining me in this review. I couldn't have picked a better person to do a review of Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, a true fan right here, guys. So it would have been an atrocity not to have him on this review. So thank you for joining me. And also, thank you for going to see Guardians of the Galaxy with me today, because I needed a pick-me-up after seeing probably one of the worst animes I've seen all year. I mean, it drained me, dude. And the review is coming out later on today, so stay tuned for that. But until the next video, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Wally II, joined by my good friend
Jeremy Boggs,
the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.